we're here with West Virginia State after winning today's first round game over West Liberty. We're here with head coach Brian Poor and number 0 Glenn Abram, number 23 Anthony Pittman. Coach, want to open up with just your thoughts on today's game?
Sheesh. I mean, it was a heck of a college basketball game in my mind. Two really battle-tested teams that know each other extremely well. Third time we played this year, and so there wasn't anything, that surprising either way. We couldn't surprise them with anything, and they couldn't with us either. West Liberty has just been a fantastic team over the last however many years, probably about 12. I remember in 2010 we beat them in the conference tournament title, and then they kind of took the mantle from us and kind of ran with it and took it to even higher levels. And so, for us to beat them here in the first round is really special for us because we know how good they are and we really respect them. Now, having said that, I really like the Warriors we got on our team. We knew West Liberty can hit threes, but I kept preaching to them is you got to rebound with them. You can't give them second chance opportunities. And tonight we out-rebounded them by 6, 51 to 45. 22 turnovers is a little much for us in what we needed, but that pressure does that to you. But you can look back on so many plays in the game and you think Dwayne Jones' 3 there late was a big shot that pushed it up to 5. Pitt's rebounds, Glenn going to the basket, Noah Jordan hit some threes that really stretched them out. So we had, all of our players really, kind of pitched in and made some big plays for us. So, we're extremely happy to advance and get to play tomorrow.
Absolutely. Came out a little flat, obviously. West Liberty was able to get up on you. Was it something said in a timeout? Was it by a player or you? Was it something in strategy that you switched to be able to rebound from that so quickly?
No, not really. I mean, I don't remember. Did I say anything? I don't think I said anything. We knew, but I told them in the pregame, you just got to keep your composure and weather their storm because they're so explosive offensively and turn you over so quick and get runouts and scores that they can easily run do an 8-0, 10-0 run. And we just got to keep our composure and battle back from it. And, that's what we did. And honestly, and I've said this before, it really goes back to Hawaii. We were in Hawaii and 5-5 at that point and kind of just bumping along, struggling along, and we were down 19 at halftime. And these guys showed a lot of grit and fought back and beat Hawaii Pacific on their home court. And from that point on, now I think we are 19-2 since then. And that was like December 12th or 13th. So we kind of found ourselves there, and we know when we get down, we've got the toughness to fight back.
Coach, there were 39 fouls in the game, 24 charged against your ball club. Talk about the physicality of this game and how your guys withstood that, because it looked pretty physical out there.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it always is with West Liberty. They're an aggressive team, defensively, and so you can't call all the fouls. I honestly thought there should have been more fouls called, but I get it. You can't call all the fouls. There was a lot of bumping and grinding going both ways, and so we kept telling our guys, and our guys were saying it themselves, you got to be strong. You got to rebound the ball strong. You got to cut strong, and you got to have a strong base when you catch the ball because you're going to get bumped. And we did a good job with that, I thought.
Playing here at IUP, when it came down to the selection show, I think that people were expecting it to go either way. West Liberty hosting as #1 seed or coming up here. Does that end up being any slight advantage for you not playing on their home floor and coming to Indiana?
Honestly, I kind of liked the fact that we were playing West Liberty on a neutral court because like I said, we know West Liberty, and so now with IUP, if we were playing IUP, that's a whole new team we haven't seen. We got to do a whole lot more scout and all that stuff, and we're not as familiar with them. And obviously, not playing West Liberty on their home court helps us as well. So, but what I said too, it doesn't matter. I mean, the 8 teams that are left here are all good, and so you're not going to get a team that's not very good. So you just got to play who you get the draw from.
Glenn, big shooting night tonight, 9 of 20. You like the KCAC floor, evident? Yeah, they were dropping.
I don't even know what to say, man. It's just my teammates helping me get open and make shots today. And coach just telling me to keep attacking really helped me when I was fatigued and starting to get out of it mentally. And coach just kept getting on me, like, take deep breaths on the offensive end and attack the basket.
Anthony, do you think there was a tipping point in the down the stretch that tilted the game back in your favor?
Honestly,
or in overtime?
Honestly, nah. Honestly, I didn't get in rhythm till what, second half. I think I was 0 points the first half, and then I finally got something around the rim and it went. And from there, I just kept attacking. I don't know. I just play with them. You gotta give them something because they're gonna give you their heart. So you gotta give them something back on what you can do. So for me, it was just find something to get in rhythm and just help your team out more. And I started with rebounding, and then from there, I just kind of kept West Liberty off balance and getting a mismatch that I liked and just got downhill, really.
Can I?
Sure.
I think Jeremiah Moore,
Absolutely.
2 blocks in overtime,
Yeah.
has changed the game tremendously.
Yeah.
Them 2 blocks was big for us on the defensive end. Coach was telling us we're going to win the game on the defensive end. He got 2 big stops. Him and Pitt down there, Warriors, man. They're my Warriors down there. They always save us in the clutch for some reason. They come out of nowhere and block a shot. I don't know how, but it happens.
And free throw shooting ended up being important in OT especially.
Yeah, we did. We knocked those down. The other thing that I'll just add to that, Dwayne Jones 3, and I mentioned it earlier, but Dwayne Jones 3 I thought was huge. The shot clock was running down. It was a 2-point game at that time. Dwayne's not known for his 3-point shooting, so I was a little nervous when he pulled it. I could tell he was going to shoot it, but he knocked it down and stretched it to a 5-point game, and that's a huge difference when you go from 2 to 5. And so mentally for West Liberty, I think that really hurt him.
Coach, thoughts on Cal U?
Is that who we play next?
You're not going back to Hawaii, I can tell you.
Yeah. Danny Sancombe used to be in our league, and great guy. I really like him a lot, and he's got a heck of a team. And the big fella down inside is a handful, that's for sure. Boswell can shoot it, and so can Pegram. So it's going to be a battle. They're really, really good. But I like our team too. So tomorrow night we'll lace them up and see what happens.
Going back to the game, I wanted to ask you about a decision that you made. You hit a point where you were down 9 in the second half, and you made the decision to put Pittman back in the ball game, and you go on a 10-0 run at the point that he hit the floor. So just wanted to hear your thoughts at the point you made that decision and how important that was to the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously he's one of our best players, and it caused a lot of mismatches, and he rebounds the ball so well and makes plays and can hit shots, and he just does everything. And so, you got to have your best player on the floor. And so, I can sit him there and, let them keep running up, or put him out there and trust him that he's not going to get a foul, because if we don't, then, they're going to push it up even higher. So, you just get to a point where you got to roll the dice. And so, he was wanting me to trust him with 3 fouls in the first half, but I'm not going to trust him with that. But then in the second half, we had to go, and it was time to put him back in, and he did what he does. Yeah.
Another thing, it's a person that's not mentioned, Noah Jordan. He shot the ball extremely well tonight, and just kept us there with just making his open shots and just being there where he was needed. And he actually did a great job of that. Down to the last man on the bench with their energy, for real. They just kept it all together, for real. Big shout out to the whole game, for real.
Yeah.
We're good?
We're good. Thank you.
All right, thank you all.